I really just wanted to kiss her really bad.
How many exes do you have? Tell me how many do you have?
I got dumped over text. Or Snapchats.
The first turn off. No, I have a lot. No.
Whoa! We didn't know if we would be homeless the next month.
That's so mean. Hi.
Hi! We have a little one here. Mini.
So, what are we gonna do today?
Talk about love story writing Q&A.
Well, it's not just love story. There are questions that's like might be hard to answer.
Let's tackle them.
Well, so we recently
got this thing.
This is our album for basically 5 years
Yes.
of our relationship dating
Yes.
phase.
All the pictures throughout time.
Yeah. So we're gonna answer questions as we go through these albums and talk about our memories and some maybe what we thought about.
Oh, the juicy stuff that you guys always want to know about.
So the first question, what was your honest first impression when we first met?
Absolutely stunning, beautiful lady. So we met for the first time in US history class, junior year of high school, and this gorgeous beauty sat across the classroom from me, and I couldn't keep my eyes off of her until we had a seating arrangement and I sat right next to her, and we just hit it off, didn't we? First impression, visually wise, would have been like pretty early on in the school year, before we even had seating next to each other. So when I first saw her.
When was that?
September?
Yep. No, explain them like how it happened.
We had like walkways at school, and I saw Yuki from across the way, like across the football field, and so it's like pretty far. And even from that far I saw her beauty and was like, whoa, I never seen that beautiful woman before, and I couldn't get her out of my mind. So that was my first impression.
Aww.
Yeah.
My first impression of you probably when so we had the seating arrangement.
Yeah.
So months after he saw me for the first time. And we had the same class, but I didn't know you because we were like across the room. And then we got seating arrangement. I was sitting at the table like as a group by myself. And then you walked.
I was like the second person to walk in.
My first impression of you, the honest first impression of you, I was a little bit scared because...
Scared?
Yeah, because like you're like big, I have to know like new people now.
Yeah.
Even though I was getting like comfortable with the old sittings and I needed more assistance and stuff like that in the class. I didn't understand English much, and so I was like hoping for a girl that's like helpful, you know?
Nice looking girl, and then you got the exact opposite.
Yeah, like big, like dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Sayaka.
Yeah, I was like, oh no. And then you made a joke about your card and clothes or whatever, and then that made me laugh. And I was like, oh, okay, so he's like funny. And I found you really cute.
Ooh.
Yeah, of course I did. She's like,
ooh, mommy found daddy cute.
yeah. Especially with like your smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next. Was there a moment you thought, oh, I'm gonna like fall for this person?
Probably before your first impression of me, when I saw you across the way and the sun was glistening on you, and I was thinking in my head, maybe I'm just a hopeless romantic, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna remember this moment for the rest of my life. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mommy looked like an angel. I was like, an angel was sent to me.
I didn't know you.
Yeah.
Well, that's happening.
I told you, I might be a hopeless romantic.
I think it was when we were in the group, like discussion or whatever, and then you, like while like the other guy was like making a joke or something, and then like you reacted to it and you looked at me.
Oh yeah.
And then the way you looked at me.
Did I think the joke was funny?
No, it was like about like proposal, whatever. I don't know if you find it funny. I don't think so. It was just like towards me, and so like you looked at me, and then the way you looked at me, like I was like, I find you cute, and then I was like, I don't know, I just felt something.
Ooh. Little did I know what was brewing up inside, huh?
Okay, next. Was there anything on our first date that Loki like turned you off?
Turned me off? We had an amazing first date, so...
By the way, there is video on how our first date went, or like how we met and how we started talking and then how we
in way further detail.
Detail in other videos. We also have a video on the way we recreated our first video.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. So
someday we're gonna have to do it with me. So it basically went down. We took the bus to the mall, and we held hands around the mall until we are showing for the movie we were gonna watch. And then we went to the movie.
Horror movie.
Horror movie. Yes, it was Halloween, 2018, and I did not find this movie scary at all.
It was scary.
Maybe I found it really scary, and so she was. Well, this is not a turn off. This is a really big turn on. Was she was grabbing my arm the whole time, and the whole time I really just wanted to kiss her really bad. And then afterwards, we talked in the food court. She said, "Can you stop it?"
Yeah.
She said, "Mommy and Daddy's first date." So we were in the food court and we were chit-chatting, and we had to take the bus back home. And when we took the bus, I knew it was going to be her first stop. Her stop was going to be first. And the whole time I was in my head like, oh, please, 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 I have the courage. I was kind of amping myself up like, come on, come on, come on. And then the last second, when the doors opened, I went in for the kiss, and she went for the kiss too. And fireworks went off. I kid you not, there were fireworks in the bus. And it was slow motion. Life went slow motion.
It's in your head.
And then she went off the bus, and I'll never forget the wave that she gave me afterwards.
I was like, bye.
Yeah, she was like, bye, and I was like, not only did she give me the kiss, she actually liked it, and gave me a wave goodbye. Not like she was running away. So, yeah, and then I sprinted home after I got off the bus, cheering loudly, and people were looking at me strange maybe, but...
Yeah, that was our first day when we were in
junior high school. So, going back through the first date, I don't really...
Was there any turn off?
There wasn't anything that turned me off. It was all going smoothly. There were moments where I thought I turned her off, for sure. First off was I got my bag checked at the movie theater. Yeah.
Because we had a backpack.
Yeah, we had a
backpack.
backpack.
Didn't allow us to bring a backpack or something.
Yeah, and it was like really awkward between the person checking the bag and us. And so like we were like all hyped to go in this movie, and then it was just really awkward. Like.
No, I thought that was funny.
Okay, I'm glad. I thought it was funny too, but I didn't know if that was like.
No, I thought that was funny.
Bad.
I would have. That's not even your fault. It's not like you brought a whole suitcase. You know what I mean? That was after school. We had to have backpack.
Yeah.
I had a backpack too.
Yeah.
Not really. It was like amazing.
Yeah, it was an amazing first date. No turnoffs.
No.
Because we held hands walking through the mall. It was really magical.
We ran to the bus.
We ran to the bus. Even that was like fun.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna catch this bus. And then like we were like,
yo.
Yeah, missing the bus, and so we had to like run all the way.
Yeah.
It's a pretty crazy start of dating. But the first day was like amazing. There are definitely times after that. Now you're gonna ask how. After the first date, definitely like there are some.
Oh really?
It popped up here and there.
Here and there. Just here and there. Sprinkled.
You have to have some.
Mhm.
So, what was the turn?
Well.
What?
Sometimes Bebe relies a lot on me cleaning up.
That's true.
Recently. I've been asking her to put the toilet seat down. And it's almost like a slap in the face every time I walk in the bathroom and I see that damn toilet seat up.
Because in Japan, the toilet seat's like automatic, and here it's like really heavy, and it's like makes a loud noise when I close it. So like.
But if you flush, then all the poop particles go up into the bathroom.
Sorry, did you turn it off?
Well, it's not something that turns me on.
Yeah, that would be weird. The first turn off was probably.
Well, now I'm gonna feel like the asshole.
No, I haven't.
Whoa!
No, I'm kidding.
I hope so.
The whole 8 years, though.
I know, it's a long time.
It was a long time. I'm trying to think of the first.
Probably, I used to walk ahead. That had to have been a turn off.
No, it was not him walking ahead. He was just walking so fast. But then I used to not say anything because he had like a long ass legs, and I'm like walking, but I didn't like tell you, so you didn't know.
But I thought if I walked faster, that you would walk faster to get to our destination.
That's so mean. You didn't know that I was struggling.
Yeah, I didn't know you were struggling. I just thought you were like, well, we have all the time in the world.
You thought I was walking slow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, that's another one thing, maybe.
I don't do that anymore, by the way, so.
Yeah, no. When you wore maroon red color with bright pink clothes.
Bright pink clothes? What was that?
Bright pink clothes with like a red-ish thing. Like, that's not gonna go. I have a picture. This is why we have this, right? Okay. Let me see. This day.
Okay, now I know what she's talking about. Another one right here.
Isn't that terrible?
I was representing our school.
Yeah, but like, why would you put a red over it? He used to not care about his clothes.
Never.
Whatsoever. He was wearing like free shirts from Blood Drive. Like.
That was my go-to. Free shirt's the best shirt.
That's crazy.
That's next.
Back then, did you think we'd actually date, or was it just for fun?
No, we actually date. When you asked me out to the movies, or even when we were texting, I'm like trying to date.
Yeah.
This is not a fun. I don't play games like that.
Yeah.
And it seemed through our text that you didn't play games like that either.
I obviously not playing games, but I wanted to date. But I thought like you had a girlfriend or something. Like I thought like you're playing me.
Yeah, one time I said I have something to confess.
Yeah, no, because I thought like you have a girlfriend, but like he's just like talking to her or something.
And she got really worried.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, like now like he's gonna tell me that he has a girlfriend, so that we can't like talk.
And then I made sure that she read it first before messaging.
Yeah.
To add suspense. And then I sent the message. I've never had boba tea before.
Yeah, because I would drink bubble tea every day, and then we were like talking about bubble tea. And he just like told me that he never had a bubble tea. I thought like, oh, I thought you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, but it wasn't. It was about bubble tea.
About boba tea.
Anyways, did you ever exaggerate or fake anything about yourself to impress me? How many people you dated before? So, like 3 months in our relationship,
This is so embarrassing.
we were talking about finally talking about our past. Really, because till then we didn't really talk about our past, so we didn't know how many people we dated before and stuff like that. And so I was like, finally I'm gonna ask you this question, how many exes do you have? Tell me how many do you have?
I said 2.5.
2.5. I'm like, what does that mean, half? Explain to them.
So in my mind, I had never had a relationship past a month. And so one was that. And then 2 was one from when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And then 0.5 was one where I was in the friend zone for like a long time.
So that's your friend that you had a crush on.
That I had a crush on. No, and they were like vocally had a crush on me too, but they were in a relationship. And so
they were in the relationship, had a crush on you, but it was vocal on
Yeah, they were talking sweet on me.
Oh my god.
They're like, I can't wait to be in your arms tomorrow on the bus.
But you knew they were dating?
No, not at first. And then once I found out that they were
how
dating.
old were you?
15.
Okay, that's pretty old. You weren't dating.
No, we weren't dating.
Okay, so that's 1.5 apparently.
Yeah.
Even though you're not dating. So you are exaggerating.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the actual one is what? Half a month, you said?
1 month, I think it was.
1 month.
Yeah.
Did you guys celebrate 1 month anniversary?
No.
Why
I
not?
don't think so. No, I don't think so. It was long distance. A mile or two apart.
Almost like a year before we met.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it lasted only a month.
And then I got my heart broken.
Yeah, he got dumped.
I got dumped over text. Or Snapchat, so they even had like picture, but like half-ass picture. They said, Like something along the lines of like, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
And he cried.
Yeah, on the radio, as I got the Snapchat, was Post Malone, I Fall Apart. I don't think a lot of people are gonna know that song. It was a song that is made for like when you get broken up to. Like literally the second I saw the thing and it was on the radio, I went home and I cried at my pillow for half an hour. And then I didn't cry about it once after that.
You're alright.
I was over it. And I didn't even ask why she wanted to break up with me. My friends were like, why? I was like, she broke up with me. She obviously doesn't want to be with me, so why should I care?
Why did you even lie about that? Why did you exaggerate it?
No, it wasn't a purposeful exaggeration. I was so youthfully minded, so innocent, if you will, that I legitimately thought that was the correct answer.
That's crazy.
That's why it is so embarrassing to mention.
I just had a month relationship in middle school and less than a year relationship in high school, like a year before I met you. So I did not exaggerate it.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is juicy.
Okay.
What's the dumbest thing you've ever argued about?
The dumbest thing ever argued about.
Coffee.
I knew it. I knew you were thinking. I literally was gonna say iced coffee.
So a year and a half into our relationship. This is after I went back to Japan after exchange year, and I came back to visit him.
So, come from a very penny pitching family, meaning we try to not spend like extra money when we don't have to. We'll take the extra 5 to 10 minutes to save like $1 type of family. And we were getting coffee at McDonald's, and the regular coffee was like super cheap, whereas the iced coffee was like 3 times the price. And I had never ordered iced coffee, and I was like,
I just wanted an iced latte.
She just wanted an iced latte from McDonald's. And I was like, just order hot coffee and then we'll get ice at home and then it'll be iced coffee. And then she was like, no, just give me an iced coffee.
Can you believe this?
Latte. And I was like, no, what's the point? We can literally just put ice at home.
Bro, I want an iced latte. And he's like, just get hot coffee.
Yeah.
And put ice cube at home and put like milk in it. It's gonna be the same thing. It's not the same thing. Well, that was just him trying to save money.
Yeah, I went through a lot of lengths to save money. When looking back, I don't think it was all that necessary. Just get the girl you love her iced coffee, and then you'll be happy.
You were
she'll
just
be happy.
more worried about financial situation.
Yeah, so there were like growing up for me was more like we didn't know if we would be homeless the next month. It sounds a bit dramatic, but in 2008 the economy collapsed and my mom lost her job, and she had just recently bought a house because the mortgage was way more than affordable with her job, but then she lost her job. And because the economy collapsed, a lot of people lost their jobs, and then they were no longer able to continue, like, get a new job. And so we had been living in fear the whole time, and so we would always like save money because mom didn't have a job. And so through help from friends and family, and then also jobs that mom was able to get, but obviously weren't able to pay for the mortgage, we were able to survive through that. And then we got an apartment, but the rent for the apartment was like, I'd say like 70% of the income that she would make for the month. So the rest would have to go to food and stuff like that. So there was no like willy-nilly spending. No like, oh, we can just spend an extra here. It's like everything was really tight-knit. And so then fast forward to the iced coffee incident where I have my own money, but it's not a lot, and so I'm already have that mindset of like, this is unnecessary to pay. It probably wasn't even that much looking back, but when I can just do it myself, because that's always what we did.
We didn't like fight about it. We were just like, I just wanted an iced coffee.
It was not a happy ride home. It was like a unhappy ride home.
Did we ended up getting the hot iced coffee? I mean, hot coffee?
No, I think I ended up getting just the iced coffee.
Because I do remember putting ice cubes in the hot coffee one time.
Maybe you did follow through.
I can't remember, but that was our broke era.
Yeah.
Now you give me Starbucks every morning.
And then I get the free coffee from the apartment.
Yeah, we still do it.
Yeah. I still find a way to get the free coffee.
Thank you for working hard. Was there ever a moment you thought we might break up?
Oh, of course. Not on my terms, but knowing that the end of the year as an exchange student, that's always lingering. Like, is she?
I thought he was gonna like break up with me, cause after like half a year, us dating, I had to leave the country. And so, at first I thought you were like playing with me. So like I was like, oh, this is like temporary thing. I didn't think that you're gonna risk like a whole long distance relationship when we don't even know when we can see each other again.
Yeah.
I didn't think you are not like ready, but I didn't think you are like down to do that for me. 3 months before we leave, you know what I mean? Like 3 months before I have to leave, I have to like bring it up to see like, and I was like completely ready for him to be like, to break up. We're gonna break up like today, or we're gonna break up when I leave.
Yeah.
Because my friends were like in the same situation where they were exchange student, they were like dating somebody like from their school, and like they had to like break up on the day that she would leave, or like they would like decide a date when they break up.
That's crazy. Good terms, but
yeah. I was hoping obviously you would do a long distance relationship with me to build a life with me.
Yeah.
But like I can't ask you too much. We were just in high school, and at this point we were only like dating like 6 months. I obviously dreamed about it, but I didn't think you were done.
No, I was 100% down. My only question was like, what's the time zone difference?
I know, that's why he asked.
Yeah.
So I was like super nervous. Hey, so you know I'm like going back to Japan in like 3 months, and then he was like, yeah, what time to like call? Like what's like the time difference? That was so sweet.
Oh, and you know, you got the one.
Thank you.
I knew she was way better than me. She's way out of my league. Like, you're like so far up that I have to hold on as tight as possible. I'm never going to meet this type of individual ever again. Of course. What time zone?
Let's see. And another time was 2022. When I found out that I'd no longer be able to visit him because of my overstay. And so like we had no clue when we were gonna be able to see each other because of COVID, Japan was closed and I couldn't go to the US and stuff. And we were like, didn't have a lot of money. So we couldn't go to like trips. So we were like very heartbroken that I couldn't go. And the day I found out, I thought like we might be breaking up because we don't know when we can see each other. We don't know how we're gonna like live together. Or we don't know how we're gonna get married, when, stuff like that. So at the time, for me, like marriage was like far away because I was in sophomore year in college. So I still had 2 years to go and stuff like that. And so I was like, oh, like what are we gonna do on the phone? We were like, what are we gonna do? Like I don't know when we're gonna be able to see each other again. Like are we gonna be okay? Like what are we gonna be like?
Yeah, it was a very sad, emotionally charged moment.
Yeah, I was like
bawling your eyes out.
Yeah, bawling my eyes out at the airport. Like I didn't care like what people were thinking. I was just like crying. And then or like we just gotta do the K1 visa. We have to get married.
Yeah, I basically just sat her down and I was like, if you're down, I'm down. I'll put 100% effort towards us getting back together.
So our like long goal, thinking that so 2 to 3 years after that, was to get married. So in order to do that, we needed to do the K1 visa, which takes like years to get. So we started planning that. And also we worked hard, get some money, and then went to Canada trip, and we went up there. After like 9 months of being apart. That's when I thought like we might be like breaking up, and then he actually proposed me.
Yeah, because it's basically discussing like, I know like people propose like saying, you know, will you marry me? This was more like an actual discussion of like,
more like,
will you want to get married with me? And these are the steps that we have to take.
Yeah, and are you willing to do that?
And because it's a loaded question. It's not like a simple. Most people who get popped a question like that in normal situations, it's like already pretty much decided.
Can you reveal one secret you've never told me?
One secret?
I have one.
Apparently.
When we were in high school, and you know, second semester, we had a math class together, and I didn't like math. But because we only had one class together, I wanted more classes with Leah, and so I went to the teacher office, told them I wanted this specific math class.
Really?
And then they gave me the math class, one specific teacher.
Really?
To be with Leah, and then I acted like that just happened.
Whoa! I remember you being like, "Whoa, let's go!"
Really, this is your class?
Yeah.
I know we were dating, so I could have just tell you, but I was like a little bit embarrassed, I guess. And I hate math, so I almost like drop out of the class.
Yeah.
Because like you take like advanced math or something, and like they like let me get on, and I can't do math whatsoever. And yeah, the teacher almost like dropped me out, but I did pass. That's something I risked for to be with you.
Wow, sweet.
Any secrets that you have?
I
You have
was
to have.
looking-
You have to have.
Yeah, but then a secret becomes a forgotten memory.
Wow, so you probably have a lot of secrets.
No,
that you just
no.
Don't remember.
No, I seriously am. I'm trying to go back year by year.
What?
Well, I don't know. That's maybe I told you. I don't know if I told you.
Tell me.
So you know how you made YouTube videos?
YouTube videos?
Yeah, as I've seen too.
Yeah.
Well, before we got together, I would watch those videos a lot,
Ew!
over and over again.
Before we met?
At least before we started dating.
Like when we were talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think about before we met.
You wouldn't know that I had a YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
yeah. No, I think it was once I found out about it, which I
Yeah.
think is when we were talking, but we weren't dating. And you had a day in the life, and one of the parts was coming home from
Okay,
school.
you can't say that.
Can't say that?
No.
Why not?
You cannot say that.
What? I just would pause it. I would pause it. That's not okay? God forbid a man likes the girl he's talking to.
Okay, next. Have you ever felt uncomfortable with my family or like my culture?
No, I mean, there are awkward moments when I can't understand what's happening, but I don't think there's really any uncomfortableness. I remember when I learned that we all share the same bath. That was extremely uncomfortable at first.
And I have a big family, so it's not like, oh, 2 people before you. No, it's like 6 people before you.
Yeah.
Sometimes for me, it's uncomfortable. It's like after my brother, it's like, ew.
So that's probably the most.
But he's fine now.
I understand the concept that they wash beforehand. And then you wash afterwards too, just in case, so.
For me, I think we talked about, it's not like culture, but I don't know, maybe like you and your mom, I guess. So like, you know how we talked about watching TV while we eat? I grew up in a household where like Okasan wouldn't let me like watch TV while we eat. That was like really rude, like to her, because like, you know, she put effort into making this food and we were like not even paying attention when we were eating.
Yeah.
So that was like not okay for us, and we were supposed to be like talking about what happened in school, talk about the day and stuff, you know, family talk. So like for me it was like rude, but for him,
We actually, all we did was eat and watch TV, and it was kind of like a bonding, like we experienced this entertainment together and then we talk about it, and so it was like a common interest to Mom and I.
so that was like normal for him. So like so that's like in him, that he wanna like watch something while we eat, and that was like a thing. And while we were dating, it was fine for me, because like we don't have a lot of time, and then we like want to spend time like watching those things while we eat, you know. So after like getting married, to me it was like it's weird, because I was like, well, this is like supposed to be we're talking, and I don't want to like watch TV. And so we did like talk about it, and we realized how we grew up like differently, and that's what we feel. And then we decided on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just no TV. And then Friday, like we think about it, and then weekends, and then we want to.
It's like, do we still follow that schedule?
No, we don't. But we just like get the feelings.
Yeah, it's like, it's less of a need from me now, and so it's just preference now, and especially we have many.
Yeah.
She's like the best entertainment.
Yeah, so we just kind of eat with her.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are all the questions. You got juicy here and there.
It did get juicy here and there. I'm sorry if there were some questions that didn't get juicier.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you
Whoever
guys.
Still watching.
I know, it was a long video.
That's
That's so worth it for you guys to hear all of this.
Yeah, little stories
I
about
know.
us. We got a lot of questions about these things.
Yeah.
And we were like kind of avoiding the questions because we would take forever to answer.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have like long videos first, so.
Yeah.
Maybe you're still sleeping. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back to next video.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Blah.